You know, that's how one critic described the finale of Dexter Resurrection, and honestly, it's the perfect way to think about it. This was an ending that somehow managed to close one really bloody chapter while prying open a brand new one.
So let's get into it. We're going to dive deep into this finale. We'll unpack all the key moments, figure out what they really mean for Dexter Morgan, and look at all those little clues that are pointing us to where this story might be headed next.
For years, fans have been debating Dexter's endings. I mean, first the infamous lumberjack, we all remember that, then his death at the hands of his own son. So the question hanging over this entire season was huge. Could Resurrection finally deliver an ending that was, as one review put it, perfectly Dexter? Let's find out.
Okay, so we kick things off with Dexter in maybe the most desperate situation of his entire life. A moment that really pushed him right to the absolute brink.
The last episode left us on this massive cliffhanger, right? Dexter's locked inside Leon Prater's vault, and he's not alone. He's in there with the body of his old friend, Angel Bautista. Prater's plan is pretty simple and pretty brutal. Just leave him there to die. For maybe the first time in a long, long time, Dexter Morgan has absolutely no way out.
To get out, he's got to face a ghost from way back, his brother, Brian Mosier. Yep, the ice truck killer, shows up just taunting him, telling him that Batista's death is the price he pays for trying to be normal. It's this brutal gut punch to Dexter's psyche, but that's not what breaks him.
With no moves left, Dexter has to rely on the one person he spent this whole season trying to protect from his world, his son, Harrison.
And what we get next is this super tense, high-stakes father-son heist. Dexter is guiding Harrison through the phone step by step, and he leads him to this brilliant deduction. The vault code isn't a birthday, it's the inmate number of the guy who killed Prater's parents. So smart. But then Harrison gets caught, and even then, Dexter finds leverage from inside the vault, using blackmail to basically clear the path for his own escape.
But just as they're about to make a break for it, Prater finds Harrison, and that triggers the final violent showdown we've all been waiting for.
So Prater has Harrison at gunpoint, totally manic, just buzzing with the thrill of the kill. But Dexter, he has one last play. He says, "I'm sorry I couldn't protect you, but it's not an apology. It's a code. It's a callback to that sedative syringe he gave his son for protection." Harrison gets it instantly, jabs Prater in the neck, and just like that, the tables are turned.
And man, when Prater wakes up on that kill table, the difference between them is just night and day. He's a hysterical mess, this fanboy trying to bribe his idol. Dexter, on the other hand, is calm, methodical. He sees Prater not as an equal, but as, well, a pretender. See, Dexter isn't just a killer. He's a man with a code, and now he's driven by something bigger than himself.
And the last step of the ritual says it all. Dexter kills Prater, but he refuses to take a blood slide. For an idol worshiper like Prater, being denied a spot in the collection is the ultimate insult. But for Dexter, it signals this huge evolution. This kill was never about the trophy case.
So with Prater taken care of, there was still one major plot thread just kind of left hanging that had been bugging us all season long.
That's right, the case that was haunting Detective Wallace all season. Were we finally going to get an answer?
And the answer comes not with a bang, but with a piece of paper. As the cops swarm the vault, they find a file that Dexter conveniently left behind. The Ripper's name? Don Framp. It's a quiet, almost anticlimactic end to a really haunting mystery, just another loose end that Dexter tied up on his way out the door.
So now let's get into the deeper stuff, the themes, and how this finale really did resurrect Dexter Morgan, not just as a killer, but as a whole character.
You know, the biggest theme this season was belonging. In his final monologue, Dexter finally admits he was wrong. He's not built for solitude. His connection with Harrison didn't just ground him. It gave him a real purpose that he's been missing for years. Harrison is his anchor now.
And that bond, being a father, has totally reshaped his idea of justice. Yeah, he's still a killer, but his motivation has shifted. He's not just feeding an urge anymore, he's protecting his son. Harry's code has now become the code of a father.
All right, so with Prater gone and Dexter reunited with his son, this finale did a masterful job of setting the table for whatever could come next.
See, Dexter didn't just escape, he left with a treasure trove. He's got files on dozens of active serial killers, and it looks like his first target is the ponytail killer. But you know, new hunts mean new risks. Is Quinn going to investigate Batista's death from all the way down in Miami? And what about Charlie? She's the one person outside the family who knows everything. This story is so far from over.
And it all wraps up with this incredible final line, where Dexter looks right into the camera.
It's this wild meta moment. He's talking to us, the audience. He knows we want him to be the vigilante who takes out the other monsters. He's not running from who he is anymore. He's embracing it. This is Dexter Morgan resurrected. And that leaves us with just one final thought. What kind of justice is he going to deliver next?